So here is Game 5 on Shinshu Bongrong of Liquibition episode number 27 between JF and F91 with F91 3-1 advantage at the moment. And here we go. And here we have F91 spawning in the top right in brown and JF spawning in orange at the bottom left of the map. And so, yeah, F91 doesn't get the advantage of the lava this game, so I guess that works in JF's favor.
One thing I would like to say about this map is that I think on the natural there's less expansion, less minerals, so both players are going to be running out of minerals a lot sooner, and I think that's in advantage of the Zerg, because Zerg gets less drones than Protoss gets probes. So if this gets into a long game, that really may affect the game.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing that's known by map makers. I mean, more minerals favors Terran and their matchups. It favors Protoss against Zerg, and less minerals invariably favors Zerg. Here we go, we got JF going for a fast expansion as expected, and yeah.
I'm not sure if this pylon is properly placed, but I guess it should be. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. It does look like it's in the wrong place. I mean, if he does wall that off, I don't know how he's going to do it in such a way that he will be able to move his units out without having to destroy a building.
Yeah, if he does make a nexus right below that pylon and builds a forge on top of it, he's going to move through the mineral line with all the probes to move out his units, which is going to be quite annoying for him as soon as he gets to the mid game.
Yeah, this is quite uncharacteristic bad play by JF. Last game he missed his pylon timing, and now he's missed his pylon position. I mean, clearly the psychological effects of F91's game style are starting to take its toll on him.
Looks like F91 has opened up with a pull first. Once again, no gas, so pretty conservative play once again. He might be looking to run by some links again if JF once again only makes one cannon, but he did make forge first, so I guess he will be prepared this time.
Yeah, still I've got my doubts about this wall, and he will probably build a cannon right above that pylon and right next to the pylon, and those big units won't be able to fit through that gap, if my knowledge of StarCraft geometry is right. So that is an inferior wall in, so JF has really got to be a little more careful about these things in such an important match like.
Well, he's going to be fine for the early game. I mean, if he places a gateway right above that forge, he's going to be pretty much link tight. But yeah, he's going to have to stick with Zealot Templar, or if F91 ends up going lurkers and JF will need goons, then this might indeed be a problem.
Oh, well, let's hope not for JF's sake. I'm quite keen to see a game. Well, not really keen to see Game 7, but I'd like to see it get to the 7th game, put it that way. Don't want to see Python. How could you do that to us, Team Liquid? Anyway, F91 is in fact putting his third hatchery at the top left, so he'll be going for a traditional economic-oriented build, a traditional response to fast expand, so nothing too unusual yet from either side, other than JF's peculiar wall-in.
JF is sending another probe down the bottom of the map to get some more scouting done, but I guess F91 did see it, because he's moving his links to counter this probe, and it looks like he will not get it. He was on the right track, but he somehow went back, and this probe seems to be going on the way to F91 base right now without dying just yet. But there are the links, and it did see the probe just now, and depending on whether F91 can kill or not is a pretty big deal, because GF needs to see the information about what F91 is doing, and if there's any all-in builds that I think are pretty good on this map. And there the probe does go down, not just yet, it's running away, and it looks like it will get away for now, but it's really low health and I don't think it's going to get any scouting done. In the meantime, F91 is playing the same build he has been playing this whole series. He's going for the tree hedge lair build, so I guess we will once again see a spire opening into into Hydralisk possible muta play. It will be interesting to see how JF is going to adapt to that after having faced the same build on the game on Destination.
Yeah, well, JF is really desperate to get information, and he really does need to be desperate to get that information because it's so important. In fact, a second probe has come out, and it has managed to evade the links, but F91 has cleverly blocked his ramp with a drone, and that probe isn't going anywhere. Really, getting information off Zerg with probes before you get your Stargate out is so important, so you can be prepared for any kind of all-in lane. As you noted, all-ins are particularly strong on this map. So, JF should be happy knowing that F91 isn't going for an all-in build, but he shouldn't be too happy because he hasn't really got any concrete evidence to support that. And we can see that F91 is indeed putting a 4th hatchery down in his natural, and yeah, it's the same build yet again, Spire, as expected in the main, so, you know, a bit of predictability here in F91's play, which is kind of uncharacteristic for his style.
Well, this build has been really popular ZVP, and it's basically all you see nowadays, so I'm not too surprised. In the meanwhile, you see that JF is getting the weapon upgrade for his Zealots. He is also getting a starport, and he did get the Citadel, so I guess he is going for some sort of mid-game attack with Zealot Archon once again to counter this Spire opening, and if F91 once again skips the mutas and goes straight for Hydralisks, I think JF is going to have a hard time dealing with the massive Hydras without Storm. So I really hope he gets Storm quicker this game, and maybe gives up on trying to get a third really fast and just waits till he's actually ready without wasting time so much, and he can instead focus on his macro this game and maybe do a little better than in the game on Destination.
Yeah, well, his Corsair is out and he has scouted F91 quite thoroughly. He does indeed know what build F91 is doing. And, well, he shouldn't be too surprised, really, by that. The Spire has just finished, and I expect to see some Scourge out very shortly to be able to take care of that lone Corsair. Meanwhile, JF does have a probe in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, so it does look like he's prepared to take an expansion, but I don't expect it for him to take it for quite a while. Interestingly enough, JF has almost effectively walled in all of any kind of large unit coming out of his base, because he's added a pylon right next to his nexus, and that's going to make getting anything out that much more difficult. He's got to be very careful not to warp any Archons on that side of the map, and really he should be quite thankful that F91 is not looking to taking Mutalisks, because defending Mutalisks with that kind of base setup would be hell.
There is a Dark Templar going on the left side of the map. It's going to try to harass the top left base of F91, but as you can see, there's an Overlord there and a Sunken and a Hydra, so I don't think this is going to do any damage at all, and he will have to pull back. He does kill 1 drone, 2 drones, 3 drones before going down, so I guess that was kind of a good move. 3 drones is always worth it. In the meantime, he is trying to take the bottom right base, but there's a Zergling there, and it's harassing the pylon, and now F91 knows about this, and once he gets enough Hydras, I guess he will be able to stop this expansion before cannons warping in. There's 2 Zealots going to the bottom right side to kill off this link. I don't see F91 moving any units across the map, even though I think he should be moving to the bottom right side right now. I mean, he can't let cannons warp in there, and then he won't be able to stop this expansion.
Yeah, well, well, JF is actually doing the build he did in the Destination game, and unfortunately he has indeed warped an Archon on the wrong side of his base, so he is going to have to kill a cannon and a gateway to get that thing out, which is, you know, a consequence of the build he decided, or the wall he decided to go with. JF
yeah, that's
has
really unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, JF was counting on that to be a good timing attack. If he had got that timing attack off, he probably would have been able to take the 3rd expansion down. I mean, F91 is just now amassing Hydralisks, and JF probably would have been in there with a good timing to take that out. However, his poor positioning has actually cost him quite a bit of time, and given F91 a great chance to build up a huge Hydra army, and without any Storm, once again in the Destination game, he ain't going to be able to break that.
Looks like Jeff is about to run in onto this ramp. Hydra's on the high ground, some links in front. and it looks like F91 does have enough Hydras to stop this attack. The Archon goes down and the Zealots go down, and there's a whole lot of Hydras left, and this attack basically just gets decimated, and that was just a huge failure on GF's part to run up to the high ground with that many Hydras sitting there on top. And right now GF lost his entire army, and he doesn't have Storm yet. It's just now starting. He doesn't have the bottom right base yet. The Ling kept harassing him, and with so many Hydras it just looks like F91 is once again in great shape right now.
That was a huge mistake by JF. He should have retreated the moment he saw that many Hydralisks on the high ground. I am bewildered by how poorly JF is playing this game. It's really becoming more and more evident that the past few games have been taking a toll on him. I mean, the JF we know and love would never have gone up and attacked that massive Hydralisk, and indeed this scarcely even looks like JF playing. It looks like some imposter. He won't be able to get his third base up for quite a while now, and meanwhile F91 is building up quite a large economic advantage. He's about to take his fourth base, and yes, the hatchery has just started, so I mean, yeah, things are definitely not looking good for JF right now. He really has to play it exactly perfect from here on out to even have a shoe-in of a chance.
Yeah, and once again, F91 has built up a force of Mutalisks ready to snipe these Templars, and there are no Archons and no Goons for GF right now, so these Mutas are basically going to be able to freely pick off these Templars if they just dodge Storm. And here we go. He dodges the first Storm pretty well. He's looking to... I guess he's not gonna... There goes another Storm. It misses completely, and one Templar does not die. Once another Storm dodged, one Archon does morph now, so I guess for now JF is safe.
Although, that last Templar may not be so safe, and looks like the overlords have speed. Oh no, he's lost an Observer. That's always going to be a pain. They do cost quite a bit of gas. The thing is about that Mutalisk, well, harass, was the fact that, you know, he doesn't actually have to kill any Templars for those Mutalisks to be effective. Mostly because if the Templars don't have any Storm, then they basically are a dead weight on the Protoss army. So even though he didn't get to kill any of them off without any Storms, like he's wasted another Storm. Without any Storm, he's not going to be able to kill a large amount of Hydralisk anyway. So still very good harass from F91, although not as good as last game. And oh my god, this JF's army is kind of divided across this high ground. That is a very poor engagement of F91's army, and he is going to get decimated because of it. And because he lost that Observer earlier, he doesn't have any Observers to take care of the Lurkers, and and he's lost a Templar as well. I mean, this is an extremely bad play here by JF.
Yeah, F91 is just going to clean up this army, and what I thought was really interesting, I mean, F91 knew there's the GG, and JF does give up and leave the game, so I guess that's it. And F91 is 4-1, and with some pretty impressive play, although I have to say that JF did look a little less solid than I'm used to from him. But one last comment about that last game, you know, F91 saw that he killed the Observer with the Mutas, and he actually, the Lurkers in the middle of the map, they were all on hold, so when JF attacked those Hydras, he didn't know about the Lurkers, and then he, once the Zealot all came over the Lurkers, he attacked with them, and that was actually a really clever move, and that really was a smart move, and that's why F91 is such a great player.
Yeah, and, well, great players win Liquibitions, and JF, you have done an amazing job. He had equaled Elki's record for the most wins in a row on Liquibition. Elki set that right back at the birth of Liquibition, so well done JF, you have proven that you are one of the most dominant foreign players ever to have played the game. However, we do have a new Liquibition champion in F91, and, well, he really earned it. His micro was brilliant, his gameplay was amazing, and well, I really am excited to see how he's going to handle ZVT, and well, I can't hold in my excitement any longer, because I'm truly excited about this matchup. In fact, it's so exciting, we're going to see all 7 games played, because it's going to be 9-1 versus Hydra from CJ Intus.
Yeah, that is indeed an amazing matchup, and I have to admit I've known about this for a few days, and I've just been getting excited about it too, because well, people generally really tend to underrate Hydra, because he does have a rather aggressive posting style, because he does have a big mouth, but the truth is that Hydra is just an amazing player right now, and I think that his Liquibition against F91 is just going to be of epic proportions, and we should see some really high quality, great games, like maybe almost like pro gamer level, or at least like B team level for sure.
The thing about F91 is he does have a style which is apparently Idra's biggest weakness. So it'll be a real test for Idra to see if he can overcome his Achilles heel, and we'll be able to see how well he does. I mean, I'm really eager to see how well he's playing now that he's been on the pro team for about a year now. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, but for Liquibition 27, we have seen a change of champion. Congratulations to F91, you have won yourself a cool $100. You will have more chances to win more money later on. But for now, this is Liquibition number 27, F91 winning 4-1. Thank you, Rhett, for turning up and commentating. It has been a blast. It's been a real pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, you're welcome. I had really much fun commentating these games, and I always enjoy watching great players play, so it was really my pleasure.
Thank you very much for turning up, Rhett. It's really appreciated. Thank you too for joining in. I hope you enjoyed the games, and we'll see you next time. So, talk to you later.